describe Belmont as... It's a place that's very open to creativity. But it does try to match it with practicality, because every artistic student takes some kind of business-related course or comes in contact with someone to tell you this is what you can do with this. So it's not unrealistic, but more, I guess, idealistic of art in all forms. The stereotypical Belmont student is a musician who wears plaid, has a beard if they're a dude, and or maybe not, and doesn't wear shoes, generally. Yeah, something to that effect. But an actual typical Belmont student, there are kind of two schools. There are the schools of people that are very involved in everything going on at Belmont, which, you know, they're very go-getting, they're probably in a fraternity or sorority, involved in all kinds of organizations, and they're probably creative in some way. Almost everyone is. And then you have the other camp, which is kind of what I fall into, where you're not as involved in the organizational side, but you have a firm group of your own that does its own things and has its own projects that aren't related to the university as a whole, but you would only have those things to do because you're here, and because those other people are here. So it's not a place where you feel left out if you're not in an organization or in Greek. We're known as a music school for the most part, and in previous years, when it was still a women's college, it was Belmont Women's College and Music Conservatory. So music has always been a major, major factor here. The core of the school are the individual schools. Particularly the music school, a lot of times, they just do some cool stuff, because they love what they do. And every school at Belmont that I've encountered personally is like that. Well, every year there are 4 showcases. A showcase is when anyone from around campus, music major or otherwise, as long as one member of your band is from Belmont, even just one, can sign up to be in a showcase. And if you win your genre showcase, I think you get to record at Ocean Way, which is one of our Belmont-connected recording studios near here. I think that's how it is. Even if they don't have time to be touring and playing house shows in town because they're studying for their exams constantly. But I know a lot of people here that would say that it's a Belmont social norm that on Sunday morning you wake up and go to church. But Belmont feels like a great middle ground because they're very, very open from day one. They are Christian, and they try to foster Christian community, but they do not shove it down your throat. You have the complete other side of the spectrum, like something like a Texas Christian, where they're Christian in name, but they're such a huge school, a football school, quite frankly, that it doesn't show up in anything they do that they're Christian. It's just on the name. But the dating scene, dating happens. Well, a good bit of dating, I'm sure. But I don't know, no more than happens anywhere else, and the only difference is that both of them can probably serenade one another. Because Belmont. But because Belmont is a Christian college, they don't condone having sex on campus. Like, basically, if they hear you, you're gonna get written up. But they don't say, don't have sex ever. They just say, don't do it here. It's kind of disruptive, just in general. So if you are caught, you will have to meet with your residence director, and you are charged a fine. Which, popular belief has it, goes to what we call the Flower Fund. So if you've been to Belmont's campus and you see all of our magnificent flower arrangements around the fountains and trees and things, that's so they say, where that comes from. I want to say something that doesn't make it seem like I'm just pushing Belmont.
No, I mean, it's fine. Like, if it's a good place, then
it is.
I want it to sound like a good place.
It is a good place.
Is that called?
I mean, it's a G, but it's just one tone, you know?
Are you serious, or are you making that up?
No, it's a G. You listen to it.
No.
It's a G.
It's a.
Well, what do you think it is?
It's just